What is up, everybody? It's your man Max Ray. Today I'm going to show you how to use XO and Ableton the best way. This way is going to allow you to make drum beats in XO or use Ableton Sequencer or combine both, and you'll also have every drum sample tracked out individually to give you the best control in your mix. Let's hop into it. Let's load up an instance of XO. So this just loaded up an initial patch here. So one of the first things we're going to want to do is change these outputs here. So we're going to flip over to the edit window, and for each one of these we're going to come down here to this M because it's sending the audio to master. We want to send it to a bus. So we're going to send this out to bus 1, then the next one bus 2, keep going through. All right, and now that we have all those set up, we're going to want to make a group over here with a bunch of audio tracks. So first I'll make just one audio track. I'm going to hit Command T on the Mac, and we'll call this one Kick 1 to correspond with the Kick 1 over there. And now we're going to come over here to the input. We don't want external in as our input here. We want to change this to XO. And then we're going to change it to bus 1, and then let's duplicate this track a few times. And then we're going to switch this. So that was bus 1, then we're going to have bus 2, bus 3, and so on. And then let's rename these to correspond with XO. So we got Kick 1, Kick 2, Snare, and so on. All right, so we got all those renamed. Now let's put them all together in a group. So I selected all the audio tracks and XO, and I just hit Command G to put it in a group. And we'll just call it XO group. We're also gonna need to set these audio tracks to input here so that we can hear them. And you'll notice that when we play an instrument over here, it should correspond with the correct track over here. So Kick 1 should go to Kick 1. There we go, Kick 2 to Kick 2. Snare to snare. Perfect, working like a charm. So we're ready to work on a beat. Now I have a drum beat ready to go here that I'm just gonna fly into XO. And there we go, we have a drum beat here in Ableton, and we can move things around like this, for example. And each sound is going to its individual track that we can process individually. Now if you prefer to just make your drum beat in XO, you can do that too. Let's go ahead and delete this. And then we'll open XO again. And you can actually just program your drums right here inside XO. I'm just throwing together something quick here. And then you're gonna make sure you wanna hit sync over here and hit play. Once again, we have each sound going to its separate track. And then what's even crazier is you can actually combine them both. So let's say you have it here in XO, but you wanna add your own drum beat in Ableton. You can just fly a drum beat in here as well. Listen to this. So now we have both. And now when we're ready to mix our track, all we'll do is we'll select all these tracks, we'll put it to auto, we'll put it on record, and then we'll go ahead and hit record, and we'll have audio samples for each one. So then we can mute XO, and now we have the audio for each one of our drum beats. The great thing is you only have to do this once, and you can save it in your user library forever. So I'm going to go ahead and undo these recordings because we don't need them. I'm going to set these tracks back to input and take them off record. And now we can just grab this group into our user library. Anytime I want to pull up XO with everything tracked out individually, I just need to drag it into my project. So here, watch this. We'll delete the old version, and then we'll go ahead and drag in a new one. And we have everything ready to go. Now a quick tip about having the most expansive library in XO, obviously you're going to want to point XO towards your sound and effects folder, but I've learned, at least on a Mac, that if you point it towards the library and the shared folder, you can pull up a lot of sounds that you have from other plugins and programs. For example, the Akai sounds I have from buying my MPC, or any native instrument sounds that have WAV files. This will pull that in and get all that in here on top of your sounds and effects file that you may have. Another quick tip, when you're first setting up XO, it asks you to pick out a folder to export all the XO sounds when you drag them into your session. I recommend you pick one within your sounds and samples folder that you use for all your other sounds and samples. That way any sample you drag over can be used by Ableton and any other program that uses that folder. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Remember to like and subscribe. Got plenty of more tips for you. Great music being made over here, so definitely come back and hang with me. Peace. One more thing, if you have XO and you want me to send you this instrument rack ready to go, follow me on Instagram, send me a message. I'll send it over to you.